So I'm really inspired listening to you sharing. It takes a lot to come here. First of all, it takes a lot to come to something called boot camp, right? I mean, just I don't know. That sounds challenging in and of itself. So thanks for that. But Shauna, you're sharing about this being a spiritual journey. I really get that, and it is. It is for me too. I don't need to go in a cave and meditate. I don't need to remove myself from society. For me, it's being in the world. It's being in the marketplace of ideas, marketplace of commerce, the marketplace of standing tall. And that's what this is for me. It's a platform for me to do my personal work. So it's always a challenge to keep ahead of myself, but ahead of you guys too, because you're moving so fast. It's sort of, it's good. Talk about a boot. It's like a boot up the butt. Keep going, right? And just every time I hear the story of Heather McDonald, which a lot of you know, Heather's been gone for a number of years, and yet we still remember her, and her legend lives on, her story lives on, and it's an inspiration. It truly is. And how many of us can hope to have our lives mean that much? That after we're gone, people talk about us, and we provide inspiration for the living. I mean, that is a huge, huge thing. I know she didn't do it for that. She did it for the right reason, for her own family and her personal reasons, and that inspiration's lived on beyond her life. And I submit that that's what we're doing here, that this community's a lot bigger than maybe we can see. It inspires millions around the world, and will continue to do so. People look at what we're up to, and they want it. They want it. And they may not all know it yet, and that's okay. The ones that do. And I'm about, and I know we're about expanding this, and all of us being Heathers in our own way. That our impact is much huger than just our own personal spirit. That it is an inspiration, and it moves people to their own excellence. So I'm proud to be working with you in this. And today is day 2, so I want to announce we're 2/3 of the way through the event, right? 2/3 of the way through. Whew, feels like it just started. Feels like we're moving into the day 1, and we're 2/3 of the way through. So here's a chance to assess and review, and to recommit, maybe reevaluate, refocus, reformulate our goals. Maybe for some of us, we've already hit them, we want to pick bigger goals. For some of us, we maybe want to put a little more steam into it and get those goals. Maybe it's time to even discover goals that we didn't even think about before. So we are 2/3 of the way through, and it's only a certain time of the day, the sun's still up. We're going to have some breakouts tonight that are available for anybody that wants to participate and listen. We also have, people usually don't go to bed till midnight, so the day's not over. Just think. If you are in the zone, I've seen so many people up here in the zone, and I think it's true. When I'm in the zone, I don't want to be anywhere else. Why would I want to do anything else? I wouldn't want to bring myself down by just going and watching television or something. I wouldn't want to, let it go. Why would I want to do that? Why wouldn't I want to just live in this zone 24/7, 365? What else is there to do? Why settle for less? So I'm going to invite all of you, as part of your goals and part of your commitments, to start to think ahead beyond tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the 3. But it doesn't have to be the last day of your transformation. And it doesn't have to be the last day of living in the zone. Matter of fact, I'd strongly urge you to not allow it to be the last day of being in the zone. And the very best way I know to keep this alive is to have the next event committed in your diary, planned, announced, committed to whatever you got to do. And that's power hours, that's home meetings, that's I Am a Champion days, and that's more boot camps. You want to stay in the zone? That's the very best way I know to do it. What I know is if neglected, this will die. It'll just die, predictably. 48 hours, 72 hours, it's gone. It's dead, it's over. It was a memory, nice peak experience, and that's all. So the other thing is, it's just hard to climb back into the zone. It's so easy to stay in the zone, and it's To climb back into the zone, it takes a lot. So keep it alive. Make the commitment. Yes, this week I'm going to have 3 power hours, one Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or I'm going to have 5. If nobody shows up, that's fine. I'm doing my work. I'm keeping this thing alive. And the next Saturday, I will be at an I Am a Champion Day. And if there's not one happening, I'll have one. Why wouldn't I have one? And you know what? If I'm the only one who shows up, so what? Now, we had people who did boot camps who were doing boot camps right alongside us today. They called in from Nelson not that long ago, an hour ago. And they all checked in, just like we're doing now. So it's a worldwide network we're part of. It's not just us in isolation. So stay connected to the network. Build the network. Invest yourself in the network. It'll pay you back so many times over. So many times over. As Savannah said, spiritual wealth, in financial wealth, in relationship wealth, and satisfaction of a job well done, and contribution. So, make those commitments now while you're here, while you're in the zone. Here's what I know. I liken it to crossing the desert. Life out there can be a desert, right? I don't experience the richness that I get here out there necessarily. I mean, there are pockets of it, but it's not predictable. It's not normal. This is what I'm after. So I liken this to an oasis, right? Out in the desert, it's hot, it's dry, there's death all around. And when I get to the oasis, I get fed. I water up, I food up, rest up, connect with other people. And I've got to go back out into the world. But I'm going to make sure I know where the next oasis is. I'm not just going to go wander in the desert and die. So figure out where the next oasis is. It's called home meeting, power hour, I Am a Champion, and boot camp. Those are the next oases. Get them on your map. Get them on your diary. Get them committed. And then when you go out in the world, yeah, I'm out here, it's dry and it's deadly, and it's just a matter of hours or days till the next oasis. And get yourself to the next oasis. See, that's how you keep this alive. That's the secret to keeping it alive. Got to have the next thing, or it's predictable. How many times have all of us wandered in the desert and then died in some sense? So use this, use it well. And we're going to have some food and some fun. And Cliff has an announcement to make, so thank you.